Fighting along the Cambodia-Thailand border has entered a new and volatile phase, as Phnom Penh publicly warns that continued clashes could escalate without international accountability. The tensions intensified on December 11th, ahead of a planned phone call by US President Donald Trump to the leaders of both countries, amid growing concern over widening regional instability. The Cambodian Ministry of Defence issued one of its most direct accusations to date. Spokeswoman Manly Socheata described the latest confrontations as a serious breach of Cambodia's territorial sovereignty. She stated that Thailand's recent military actions represent a pattern of violations that, if left unchecked, may have broader implications for regional peace. In her remarks released in Phnom Penh, Manly Socheata said the situation has reached a point where a lack of international response could lead to further deterioration. She warned that Cambodian patience is not unlimited, and emphasised that the country expects neighbouring states, as well as the international community, to uphold legal and diplomatic norms. Her first statement outlined the government's assessment of the threat posed by the ongoing military exchanges. Manly Socheata said in English, "If no action is taken to hold the Thai army accountable for the illegal actions, the situation will escalate." She added that the Cambodian government views the incursions as a direct violation of sovereign territory. She continued, "Today, the Thai army invades Cambodia. Tomorrow, the Thai army may do the same to other countries that are weaker or smaller than itself. This will seriously affect peace and security in the entire region." According to Cambodia's Defence Ministry, the latest round of escalating has included operations by Thai military units along contested sections of the border, though Bangkok has not publicly responded to these accusations at the time of the Cambodian statement. The area has long been a flashpoint marked by overlapping claims, dense forest terrain, and historical sensitivities surrounding ancient temple sites. In her second statement, Socheata expanded on Cambodia's allegations, asserting that the Thai military has engaged in actions that violate established international laws governing armed conflict. She said, "The Thai army has committed countless violations of international law. These violations include the use of F-16F water jets and beaming of civilian areas, the use of toxic gas, the destruction of historical sites such as the Temple of Preah Vihear and the Temple of Takrabe, and the indiscriminate firing of all types of heavy weapons, resulting in the deaths and injuries of many innocent civilians, including women, children, and elderly." These specific claims, including the alleged use of fighter aircraft, heavy bombardments, and damage to heritage locations, are central to Cambodia's demand for international scrutiny. The government argues that the attacks represent not only a military confrontation, but also an assault on sites of profound cultural importance. The Temple of Preah Vihear, a UNESCO-recognised site, has been at the centre of border tensions for decades. Past confrontations over the surrounding territory have sparked diplomatic disputes, military engagements, and rulings by international courts. Cambodian officials say the new fighting has again put the area at risk. The Temple of Takrabe, another culturally significant site, is similarly located in an area where the boundary between the two countries remains contested. The Cambodian Defence Ministry maintains that artillery impacts and ground fighting have caused structural damage in these zones, though independent assessments remain limited. Socheata also highlighted what she described as a pattern of attacks affecting civilians. According to her statement, civilian areas were struck by air and ground operations, and the use of unspecified toxic gas was alleged. These claims have not yet been corroborated by international monitors, but they form the basis of Cambodia's appeal for international involvement. In her third statement, Manly Socheata provided specific casualty figures associated with the clashes. She said, "The Thai armed aggression has caused serious damage. As of December 10, 2025, the toll includes 10 civilian fatalities, including 1 infant, and 60 civilian injuries. These numbers reflect only those casualties officially reported by Cambodian authorities. They underscore the human toll of the recent confrontations, which the government argues should be a central concern for the broader international community." The border region between Cambodia and Thailand has experienced periodic military incidents over the years, often tied to disputed interpretations of historical boundary rulings and national maps. While both countries are members of ASEAN and have maintained diplomatic relations, long-standing territorial disagreements continue to pose risks of escalation. The current fighting appears to have intensified over the course of early December, prompting renewed diplomatic activity. The announcement that US President Donald Trump planned phone calls with both Cambodian and Thai leaders signalled Washington's concern about the potential for the clashes to widen. While the timing and content of those calls remain unclear, they indicate that international stakeholders are monitoring the situation closely. Regional analysts have noted that the border's rugged geography, combined with historical sensitivities and the presence of civilian communities near military positions, creates conditions for rapid escalation. Both sides maintain military installations in close proximity, and small-scale exchanges can quickly lead to wider confrontations if not managed through diplomatic channels. At present, Cambodia's public messaging centres on the need for accountability and restraint. The Defence Ministry's statements emphasise what it describes as a pattern of continued violations by Thai forces, which Phnom Penh views as unacceptable and destabilising. Cambodia has called for steps to halt what it characterises as unlawful military activity and to prevent further casualties. At the same time, the government has underscored the importance of protecting cultural heritage sites, which it says have been directly affected by ongoing operations. The mention of Preah Vihear and Ta Krabe reflects long-standing sensitivities over historical landmarks that hold deep national significance. While Thailand has not issued a detailed response to the statements attributed to Cambodian officials, past incidents along the border have generally prompted calls for de-escalation through bilateral or ASEAN channels. The absence of an immediate public reply leaves open the question of whether diplomatic contacts are underway behind the scenes. As fighting continues in parts of the contested border region, humanitarian concerns remain central to the narrative presented by Cambodia's Defence Ministry. The civilian casualties reported by Phnom Penh underscore the risks faced by communities living near military positions and disputed boundaries. Cambodia's warnings about potential regional consequences reflect the government's stated belief that unchecked military aggression could set a precedent affecting neighbouring states. Socheata's remarks linking the current clashes to broader regional security considerations indicate that the Cambodian government is attempting to elevate the issue beyond a bilateral dispute. The involvement of the United States, at least at the level of planned diplomatic calls, suggests international interest in containing the situation. Washington has historically maintained ties with both nations and has sought to prevent destabilising conflicts in Southeast Asia. As the situation develops, further information will depend on official briefings from both governments, potential involvement of regional organisations, and any independent assessments that may emerge. For now, Cambodia's Defence Ministry continues to assert that the actions taken by the Thai military represent serious violations of international law and pose risks to civilians, cultural sites, and regional security. The statements delivered by Manly Socheata remain the most detailed account provided by Cambodian authorities regarding the current hostilities. Her remarks outline a clear sequence of allegations involving military incursions, unlawful weapons use, and civilian harm. The ministry maintains that without immediate corrective measures, continued escalation is likely. The border crisis remains fluid. Military activity has been reported since early December, with Cambodian authorities attributing significant damage and civilian casualties to actions by Thai forces. Diplomatic engagement from the United States and potential mediation through regional organisations may influence the next phase of developments. For now, the Cambodian government's position is firm. It accuses Thailand of illegal cross-border actions, violations of international law, and harm to civilians and heritage sites. It warns that without accountability, further escalation is possible. The situation continues to develop as fighting persists along the Cambodia-Thailand border, with both countries under increased international scrutiny amid concerns of further escalation.